whenever you're going to see this recording here. My name is Michael Strubin. I'm joined by Nicole Veggiotti, and we're sharing today a recording from about the yellow button conformance testing and demonstration, something that Nicole and I ran initially when we did our webinar on the 15th of May 2026. However, that recording didn't take. So today we're going to share with you just a brief version of this in order to give you a nice demonstration of the Gazelle testing platform. So with that, I'm jumping right ahead to conformance testing. Nicole, over to you.
Thank you, thank you. So, hi everyone, I'm Nicole Veggiotti, European Affairs Project Owner and IT Connectathon Manager at IT Catalyst. So, together with me in the webinar, there was also Sofia Franconi from IT Europe, but today I'm alone. I will explain you the slides and I will show you the live demo of Gazelle. Next slide, please. Okay, so the testing will be performing Gazelle. Gazelle is an open source platform. And in this platform, we have created a specific session in which you can continuously testing and also testing outside the regular testing events. And you can find in this slide the link for accessing the Gazelle session. Of course, it's open for xShare yellow button open call participants, but please be sure of read carefully the Gazelle user guide before registering and try to test. Next slide, please. So we have here two important things that you need to know before starting the test. So we have two types of tests. One is the content validation for EHDS priority category documents, and here we have the priority categories available. So for performing this content validation, you need to register your system in Gazelle with the following actor. The actor is your priority category, patient summary, for example, content creator. We will see it later in the demo, but it's important for you to know it. And the name of the test that you will have to perform is the following: EU priority categories. So for example, patient summary, validation, and sample sharing. Plus, we have the yellow button download capability. So for testing yellow button download capability, you have to register your system as download doc consumer actor. And the name of the test that you have to perform with your system is yellow button download. And in this test, you will see there are different steps: authentication of the patient according to you login, search of the document, and download of that document. So next slide, I think then it's my turn to start the demo. So I will start sharing my screen. I hope that you can see it, but Michael can confirm.
Perfect.
Perfect. So the first thing is that you have to do in Gazette. So this is the home page. This is the home page, and you will land here if you click on the link that I've shared before. So the first thing that you have to do is to register yourself. The registration process is easy, but please, before doing that, read the user guide. In order to don't waste time, we will directly sign in. I will sign in with my account. So we are here. In order to start your test, you need to go to the test management. Here is where you can register your system. You can see here a system that I've registered for these demo purposes, but we will see then now how to register your system. And here is this session in which you will perform the task that we have mentioned. So a very important thing is that you need to double check that you are in the correct test session. We are in the EHDS instance, but we have different sessions of testing in this instance. I will show you now which are those sessions. So, but it's important that you double check that here it's written Gazelle continuous testing session for EHDS related projects. In order to check the other sessions, you can press this button, join another session, and you see we have several other sessions, including the Pragathon and the Projectathon, but you will only be able, in order for the yellow button open cause, to test in the continuous testing session. So this is the correct session in which you will be able to perform the test. So first you have checked this, fine. Then you have to register your system. So you have registered before entering in Gazelle your user and your company, but then now it's the turn for register the system. I have registered one for the demo purposes, but for adding a new system, you have to press this button. So we see here with my system, which are the items requested for the registration. So the registration includes the system summary. So you are requested to insert organization name, system product name, system type, and many other things. And you can update the registration status. It's important for you to know that you are able to update your registration status only if you have also registered your company. So only if you are the administrator of the company. But the very important thing that I also mentioned before for the registration of the system is adding the profiles and the actors. So I mentioned before that for the content testing, you have to register the following actors. So the priority category, in this case, e-dispensation, and the actor is content creator. Then, in order to perform the yellow button download test, you need to register with this integration profile, yellow button download, and this actor document consumer, sorry. In order to add other actors, if you want to test other priority categories, for example, you need to press this green button, very huge green button. So for content testing, you have to select this domain. So you will be able to see all the priority categories and all the possible actors. Important again for you, the important thing is the content creator. So let's add this imaging study report content creator. I will press this other green button. And now you see Gazelle is saying, okay, your actor is added to your system. So if I press here, I can see that this imaging study report content creator was added to my system. If you want to select instead the doc consumer for the yellow button download, again, you need to press this green button, select the other domain, so information exchange, and you see you have yellow button download, document consumer or document source. The important for you for providing the test is document consumer. So, but we already added it, so it's fine. We already have it in our list. Fine. Now you need to ask your administrator, your company administrator, to put this registration status not in progress, as it was the initial field, but as completed. This system will be auto-accepted, so you can go easily in your home page, look at your system, and then here you have two possibilities, because now it's the turn of performing the test. Now you have two possibilities, or you click again on this very big run text execution button, or you go here. It's the same. The landing page is the same. You can choose or here in your system or here. So let's press this system. You can see that I have my company, my test, my system, sorry, and I can see the different type of tests that are available for me. So it's important what was highlighted in the slides, the name of the system, because for doing this testing session, you need to perform specific tests. So you need to look at the name of the test. For example, here we have EU medical prescription and dispense validation and sample sharing. That is the one for validating the content testing of medical prescription and dispense. So in order to perform the content testing of the medication prescription and dispense, you need to select this with this arrow. It's intuitive because it has the arrow. and press this run button. So both the content and the yellow button download are no peer tests. This means that you don't need a pair. So you perform the test now. So you press this run button and you see here we have the metadata of the test. The test description that is fundamental because the test description has the overview that it's needed for performing the test, so you need to read it carefully, and it's also have a part for the evaluation for us for evaluating the tests too. And then here, yes, here. Exactly. Here you have the overview, the test description, and then we have the test participant, so your system, your role in the test, and the sequence diagram that it's automatically generated. And it's important to read also that because this is also helping you understanding how to perform the test too. And you see this is the step that you have to fill in order to finish your test. We have a second, as I said before, test that is the yellow button download, and you can see in the yellow button download. So here, as I said in the slide before, we have two types of tests that you can see here, but the important test that you have to perform for the open course is the xShare yellow button download, this one, not this one. So we press here again on the run button. Again, it's a no peer test, so you don't need a pair for performing this test. We press the run button, again the metadata, the special instruction, you can go. The test participant, you can see yourself and the role in the test and the sequence diagram. And here you see that the sequence diagram is a bit more complex. And the reason why it's a bit more complex is because for performing this test, you have more steps. So it's important to look at the optionality of the steps are required. So you need to fill in these steps in order to being evaluated. Optional, you can complete these steps or you can decide not to complete it. The evaluation will happen anyway. So you interact with the steps and then you press, you select the test current status as to be verified. And the metadata are important because for us, in order to be able to know which tests we have to evaluate, we need to know this ID, that is the ID of the test instance you have performed, and the company. I mean, the name of the test is important because we need to double check if the test instance is correct on what you want to test. So name of the test instance number, so the ID, and your company. And so then we will be able to evaluate your test. So Michael, I have finished my presentation, so you can take control again of the presentation.
Of the screen. Thank you so much, Nicole. I think this is really helpful. In the webinar, we discussed, of course, a lot how this testing also fits into the overall implementation of your yellow button. For that, because we couldn't go through that today, please go through the slide deck and also the briefing documents and the other resources we've made available for you. Here is now the last slide from Nicole. Nicole, back to you here, and again with a link with some relevant information. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So again, it's very important for you to read the Gazelle user guide. But if you need any assistance, please contact us. In this slide, there is my email and Sophia's email. So we are very to answer your questions.
And with that, thank you so much. Please, for any other questions, get in touch with us. You will find our contact details also for the team in other places. The website has all of the information that you may need. Thank you so much for listening to us today. You have the contact details for everything, and we wish you good luck, and we look forward to receiving your application. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And I've